shine on.
Okay, and you're the artist that did this portrait?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how long did it take you?
When he winked at me, I stopped. First, I see my ancestor in it. I see a good brother that came along and helped heal the community. I see the three sides of light in the triangle. I see my eye. In fact, he takes us back to Imhotep, original position style. You feel the peace just coming from him, you know. And then when you see the melody nectar around him, brother's in a good place. Glad we had a teacher like him come on board. Now, a lot of folks have to step up and fill the void.
Okay.
Fill the gap. When one elder passes, an elder in waiting becomes an elder. So we'll see what happens.
ADASI, the African Diaspora Ancestral Commemoration Institute, and this is an altar that we have constructed for the ancestors. And we have a number of things that are symbolic to our existence and our struggles and our survival. And we didn't have any real cotton from it, so we made us a cotton tree.
Okay.
Right here, to symbolize what it is that we did when we came here. The same thing with this is an old broom, the kind of broom that we used to use while we were in the U.S.
Okay.
Okay. It's a community altar, a community thing that we're trying to build, so that we also are building an understanding that our experience is a communal one, that all of us as a people have gone through this experience in one way or another, and we're just trying to represent it and pay homage to those who have come before us and the sacrifices that they made so that we could exist. So here's several others. This is the way we were taken out. This is the inside of the slave ship. A ship that enslaved us, because we did not come here as slaves. We came here as men and women and children that were connected to people and connected to the land and were connected to their own culture. They were brought here and were forced into servitude. So we did not come here as slaves, and we were not willing. Of course, here we have representing our beginnings as the first people on the earth. Of course, the stool, Ashanti stool from Ghana, to represent again the fact that many of us came who we did not come just as people who knew how to till the earth, but we came also as kings and queens. We came from all walks of life in coming here to the United States, to the Western Hemisphere, to build it and to build Europe so that it could become what it is. The fruit that we have on the two ends of the altar are our experiences inviting our ancestors to come and eat. The various things represent, this right here are names of our ancestors that people have left at the various altars that we have done. They represent their individual ancestors and our collective ancestors like Martin Luther King and Sojourner Truth and so on and so forth. So all of their names are in there too. So we just continue to collect them and bring them with us as we come. Of course, the various wood carvings represent us in our various forms of the way that we lived. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without some representation of the red, black, and green, which is what we have embraced since we have been here in terms of a flag and our logo, or ADASI. If you will notice, those are the water is the hands. We lost so many ancestors on the way coming here.
Yes.
And they basically have probably the reason why there are so many sharks in the water now, because of the lives that have been left in the water there. The drum, to let people know that this was the first means of communication, was the drum, but then that's because the drum represents our heartbeat. These are various things to represent the ocean that we came across, and that's why we have water all around the altar as well. This because in the islands, one of the things we did also, in addition to the cotton, was the tobacco. And of course, again, the dolls just represent the ancestors. The main reason for this is not just to pay homage to our ancestors, but also to garner their strength for the repair that we must yet do as a people. That's for reparations means repair. Okay? So we have to repair our spirits, repair our psyche, repair our wallets, repair every aspect of our being, our families, and everything else. So hopefully the ancestor altar is something that draws on people's hearts to make them think about those who've gone before us, because it's not just the ancestors in the past, but those who we are losing every day. And the work that has to be done in terms of our repair is great.
Each time we construct these altars, they're unique. All of the energy and love and compassion that we have for our ancestors and ultimately for ourselves goes into the construction of these altars. It doesn't matter, regardless of where you come from, what the background is, everyone contributes to it. It's really, really important that we do that. Certain work that we can't depend on other people to do for us. We must do it for ourselves as an African people who are at least 500 years removed into the diaspora. So, and we are also in concert with our indigenous brothers and sisters here on this continent who also celebrate and honor the ancestors from the Native American perspective as well. So, in addition to honoring our African ancestors, we're also honoring our indigenous American ancestors, people from the original peoples from Turtle Island, because this is whose land we're sitting on.
For people of African descent, we focus on our ancestors. We have a deep, deep respect for our ancestors. And we offer libation to them, just as a convocation. And we try to have some important events like this, because we know from whence we've come. We know the struggles. We know the horror of what has happened to our ancestors.
I can see.
And we know that
I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
the victorious spirit that they exhibited in the face of all of the adversities that we as a people have suffered is represented. When we have occasions like that, that spirit can be brought into our midst, and we can feel it.